Well, hi. Today is Tuesday, December 24th, 2024, and happy Christmas Eve. Or is it Merry Christmas Eve? I'm not sure which. But it is Christmas Eve, and I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. I am thrilled to announce that we have a new sponsor starting today. It is the AIM Institute. These folks do a ton of wonderful work in the area, and the reason that they wanted to come on is because they want to tell you that they have a class coming up that will teach you all about web development. Now, there's a couple of things with this. First, it's completely free. It doesn't cost you a dime. And number two is that this is not just an hour and a half or a 2-hour workshop. No, this is a full 128-hour course. It's going to be 2 days a week. It's going to begin on January 13th. That is a Monday. It'll be 5:30 to 9, and it'll be held virtually on Google Meet 2 days a week, Mondays and Wednesdays for 12 weeks, and it's going to run through April 23rd. This is not some small thing. This is for someone who truly wants to learn about web development, and this would be a great opportunity if you've been thinking about possibly switching careers or maybe just beginning a new type of career. This would be wonderful. You don't even need any prerequisites to be a part of this. No prior coding experience is required with this class. They do ask that you have a computer, either a Mac or a PC laptop that is at most 3 years old, because it's going to have to be able to do some things. So if you have a computer that new, then it will be able to do that. So if you have a computer that's 3 years old or younger, Mac or PC will work, and then you can be a part of it. So you can go to eventbrite.com. I'm going to put a link in the description here, so you can click on that and be able to go and take a look and see if this is going to be right for you. But as I said, this doesn't cost anything. What a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you to be able to learn all about web development and find out whether or not this is something that you would like to be able to make a career with zero risk to you. So I encourage you, click on that link that you'll find in the descriptions, go check it out, and get signed up, because class size is limited and you're running out of time here because it's going to be starting on January 13th. You know, as I've been looking at this, it got me thinking about some different things with my own career and different things that I've done. And I want to talk to you a little bit about that after I tell you about some of the other sponsors that we have here on Morning Coffee, including Sprout Marketing Solutions. We had Kelsey Rollins on last week with Sprout Marketing Solutions. She actually had me go down to the Hub Patio. It's actually kind of a cool place with the bowling area that they have now at the Hub Patio. And we had great pizza, had a great drink, and we're able to talk an awful lot about online marketing. So I encourage you to go back and watch that show. And then go to sproutmarketingsolutions.com and learn how Kelsey can help you and your business. Also, Foxco Fabrication, they are the ones that put the Christmas tree up out there on GT Motors. They are also the one that made this cup that is behind me. I have some brand new metal business cards that are great that I'm going to be giving out to a very select few, because these are kind of precious to me. But it's wonderful that I have these again. And that's just a couple of the items that they do at Foxco Fabrication. So go to foxcofab.com, learn all about it. If you need some welding done, if you need a flatbed put on your truck, these are the guys that you're going to want to do it. And Spiral of Accountability is the name of a book written by Carol Horner. Carol lives right here in Council Bluffs, and this book is designed to help your business and your team communicate better with each other. Sometimes things get in the way. Sometimes we're not seeing eye to eye. This book is a way to be able to identify just exactly what is going on, where we are all at, and how we can meet each other to communicate better. Go to spiralofaccountability.com, pick up your copy, and also take a look at everything that Carol Horner could do for your business by having her come in and speak to your team. Well, as I mentioned, you know, I'm going to just kind of rip the veil back here a little bit. I'm 56. Okay. And I have once again started a new business this year because It's very similar to the business that I had before. I don't have any non-compete things to worry about anymore because we've finally gotten past all of that, and not that it really mattered anyway. It was, as it turns out, it was mostly on me. And I found out from my lawyer not that long ago that, yeah, well, these things need to be a little more detailed. So, however, I would give a recommendation to you. If somebody's asking you to sign a non-compete, you really study it and find out why it is that they want you to do one. I wouldn't recommend doing it. It's been nothing but a pain in my backside the whole time. But having said that, all right, so I'm 56 and I'm starting a new business this year. And we look at things a little bit differently when you get to be this age and you're starting a business. I have a much stronger sense of urgency, I think, than I would have if I'd have been 30 years old and starting this. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think it helps keep me focused. It keeps me on point. It helps me to understand that I need to look at things from a different aspect. I'm not trying to grow a business for the next 30 years. I don't have 30 years to be able to do that. What I have is what's right in front of me currently. I take a look and see what is the need that I have the skill to fill, a need that exists in this community across our county, and I believe across Southwest Iowa. And that is what I'm trying to do with this show. I'm trying to be a source of information. So, number one, you can learn more about what's happening right here in our own community. And also, number two, that we can actually be a mouthpiece for that and be a voice for that. And also give you your voice. I've been saying for a while that if you have a nonprofit, I'd love to be able to have you on. That's not something I charge for. Just get a hold of me. Be a guest on the show. We can learn more about your nonprofit and what it is that you are doing for the area. But that's just one of the things that I want to be able to do with this, and that helps to keep me focused on this. There's a gentleman that I recently started watching online, and he has a podcast. He has a lot of video shorts. He appears on a lot of other folks' podcasts as well. His name is Dan Martell, and he's a businessman, younger than me. I think he's in his 40s, but he was a millionaire before he got out of his 20s based on some of the financial principles and also the business principles. And what he recommends, and this is something that I am trying to follow, is don't get caught up in the weeds when you're doing something with your business. And especially at this age, being a little bit older and with that urgency that I talked about, we need to stay on point with what it is that we're doing. Focus on one thing and do that very, very well. I have fallen into the trap before of, well, I can do this, or I can do this, or I can do this, because I was just so scared to say no to anything. And that is not a recipe for success, because I end up watering things down. I want to be able to produce the best show that I can for this area. And I want to be able to, as I mentioned, give a voice to folks that may not have one. And that's the goal of what it is that I'm doing. So whether it's with this show or with podcasting, producing podcasts for other people, that's it. That's all that I'm going to do. I have stopped voicing audiobooks. If you search my name, you're going to find on different platforms, you'll find quite a few. Audible has, it's in the 90s, I think, of books that I've voiced on there. Please don't go listen to them. I did the best that I could, but you'd be amazed how many audiobooks that are out there that are really not all that good. A lot of these that I did were read as a collection of articles that were originally written in a different language, washed through Google Translator, compiled into a script, and then sent to me. That's what they were. Somebody paid me to do it, so I did it. But it's, like I said, a lot of those, that's how it is. So, but other ones are much better. There's a whole long series on Reiki healing, which I did very early in my audiobook career that I was pretty proud of. I went about 9 hours with that thing. That project took a little while, but I'm kind of getting off topic here a little bit. So stay on point. You just caught me kind of veering off a little bit. Bring yourself back and get back on task for specifically for what it is that you're doing. And then once you are doing that well enough and build a repeatable process that you can then get other people to come in and be able to help you out and do some of the nuts and bolts work of it, then look at other products and other services. But until then, kind of just stay zeroed in on what it is that you're doing. So these are some of the lessons that this particular man, Dan Martell, preaches and has taught to me. You know, I thought about some of the different podcasts that I listen to. Ed Milet is another one. That's more just inspirational stuff. You know, I like to listen to those things first thing in the morning. Kind of gives me a kick in the butt as I'm drinking coffee and getting ready to start my day. To me, you got to input the positive, get the positive going into my brain. So it kind of sets a tone for the day. These are the ways that I am able to do that. Hopefully, this program can be a little bit of that as well. I've talked before about how I want to talk about positive things on this show. If you're looking for negativity, if you're looking for arguments, if you're looking for political divisiveness, all of that, you got a lot of outlets for that. They're everywhere, just not here. That's not what I'm interested in. It's not what I do well. What I think I do well is this type of program and being able to highlight the community that I live in right here in Council Bluffs, and then get out into neighboring communities as we're branching out farther into Potawatomi County. You know, when we went over a couple of weeks ago to Walnut and talked with some of the folks over there, wow, it was just such a great day. When we went around and visited a few places on Small Business Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, had a wonderful time meeting folks. That's what I love to do and love to give them a voice and to be able to reach a few more people. So we're just going to keep doing that. That's the idea behind this program. As I mentioned earlier, we will not be doing a show tomorrow on Christmas Day. We'll be back with shows on Thursday and Friday. Want to encourage you to watch on Friday. We're going to bring you a football preview, talking with Travis Waldstein, AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning, or Waldstein Plumbing. Going to talk about the college football games. Of course, playing on Saturday will be on both Nebraska and ISU, Iowa State. They're just not playing against each other. Nebraska's in the Pinstripe Bowl against Boston College. That game kicks Saturday at 11. And Iowa State taking on Miami of Florida. That game is in Orlando at the Pop-Tarts Bowl. And that kicks at 2:30 in the afternoon. Both those games can be watched on ABC. And then Iowa next Monday plays in the Music City Bowl against Missouri. And that game can be watched on ESPN. And also the other games as well. They're going to have the quarterfinal games for the national championship. Travis is going to be talking about those games too, and all of that is coming up on Friday. Speaking of AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning and Waldstein Plumbing, you know, when integrity matters, these are the guys that you want to get a hold of. So go to AirServe Council Bluffs or Waldstein Plumbing. If you have anything, HVAC needs, plumbing needs, anything else, I understand that Santa Claus is bringing Travis a new septic system. So we'll be able to fill you in on that and talk about all of that, because that's he's very, very knowledgeable in that kind of stuff. So if I have a project like that, he's the man that I go to. Also, the best wrestler in Council Bluffs, proud to support everything that we do here on Morning Coffee. That is George Ivanoff. We're going to have him back on the show again very soon. I know they've been going to a lot of wrestling tournaments, and we're going to learn about how everything is going with that, some of the different activities and programs that they have for the community, and everything going on at the Best Wrestler. If you have a young person that's interested in wrestling, whether they have experience or not, go to thebestwrestler.com, set up an appointment. Go in and talk to George, talk to his team, see the facilities, find out what it is that they can do. And especially if you have a young person that's looking to take their wrestling career to the next level, no better place than the Best Wrestler. Well, I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas, whether you open your gifts Christmas Eve or Christmas morning. I think just about everybody does it Christmas morning now, but I just have a wonderful time with family and friends. I know that I will. And I'm looking forward to seeing you back here again on Thursday. So until then, my name's Todd Studer. Merry Christmas.